Hi, I am Rory Ray, and I've been talking a lot about how we are unconsciously pushing men away because of some basic subconscious fear of real emotional intimacy and trust. I mean, who can trust someone? Really, we're all taught not to trust anyone, to play close to the vest, to not let ourselves get carried away. But in order to have that kind of incredible chemistry and intimacy and love that we want, we have to be our own person with our own wants and our own needs, and we need to be able to take care of ourselves and be an entity unto ourselves, a whole person, and at the same time being able to mesh with another person, to trust them, that we can lean on them emotionally, that we can open up emotionally, and that there is a bond, an actual bond between us. So how do we make that happen when we don't trust him, or internally we don't trust him and we just can't get that consciously that we're not trusting him, we think we love him? Well, what happens is, first of all, when we have that thing going on, we automatically bring in men who have millions of red flags and aren't really right for us and aren't capable of really loving us and being that person, but that create instant chemistry with us. And the chemistry is what we kind of trust to hold us together with him. It's like the chemistry is the glue. Well, we don't want chemistry to be the glue. We want love and intimacy and emotional bonding to be the glue, not chemistry. And once the glue of the bonding is there, the mating as it will, then the chemistry develops. The choice that we make about a specific man is really important based on how open and how close we can be, not in a friendship way, but the romance has to develop enough so that you can feel the bond working in all these different areas of who you are. You are more than just your brain. You're more than just your psychology. You're more than your body. You're everything. Your body, your heart, your emotions, your mind, your thoughts, your likes, your wants, your basic needs, everything that could possibly be involved in a relationship, the companionship. You want all those aspects to be there, and mostly you want a man who can be a partner, who can develop that with you, who has the skills or the abilities or the strong desire or all of those things. So what you don't want is just to rely on chemistry, and you also don't want to rely just on his character, but you need to bring that character in. And you need to keep track of whether or not the chemistry is developing based on how the bond between you is developing and how your trust in him is developing. So you can't start from a chemical place necessarily, right? So don't push the guy away that you don't have the chemistry with if you feel that he could be a friend, if you feel that there's companionship, if you feel that he's available and he's smart enough and he's swift enough to be someone that you could trust. All of those elements would help you choose past date number 1 to date number 2 to date number 3 and see if he keeps fulfilling that promise of being there for you, fulfilling that promise of being trustworthy, fulfilling that promise of being someone you could lean on, someone you could trust with your heart, someone you could trust with your life in some moments to make good driving decisions, who would run to you, who would take care of you when you needed him. Those things are really, really, really important, yet they make us feel afraid that we're going to be bonding too much. So the steps are, number 1, to be your own person, you need to step away from a man and not work hard in the relationship. You need to see him move towards you. You need to feel him move towards you in order for you to begin to build trust. The only way you can do that is to step out of the lane. You got to step back and let him come forward. And if after a while he doesn't come forward, he's going to start to be boring to you, right? That's the goal here, is for that feeling to take over rather than the chemistry to carry you over that gap in what he's able to do as a partner. So in order to experience him as a partner, you got to stay in your own lane. You got to take care of you. the way you need to take care of you. Self-care. Take care of that, the things that are important to you. Make time for that and see if you are overwhelming your business with all of those qualities of yourself rather than spending some of your energy on yourself. That is what's going to keep you sane in a relationship. You need to circular date all the time. And if at a certain point you decide to become exclusive with him, talk to me first, then that's cool. But up until then, circular date and actual dating. And when you make the decision to be exclusive, you circular date just as an everyday social thing. You share yourself with people and you get used to that. So the trust builds like this. You open up in a vulnerable way that you would not normally open up to a man in a romantic situation. This will help sexually and sensually and every other way. Little tiny baby steps. When you feel embarrassed, you say, I feel embarrassed. This happened. I did this. I feel this. I feel that. Start with the basics, the simple feeling messages, but start exposing yourself and see if you can trust him. See how he handles that. If he comes a little too powerfully, like helping you, don't run. That is you wanting to run from the masculine energy that might absorb you. Just step back a little bit and say, whoa, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to experience how strong you're coming on here with this I'm there for you energy, rather than the sexual energy, the sensual energy, whatever you've been leaning on up to now. So that is how you're going to slowly develop this trust. So you are the powerhouse. You are the powerhouse of everything. I have to keep making more videos because I can't do really tiny ones because I have to keep building them up, and the really long ones don't work so well here either. So let me know if you have any questions. This is a big, 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 big deal. If you're accidentally pushing him away by thinking that you want to push him away because he's not for you, or the chemistry isn't there, or you're just making him wrong or making him not great in your mind, that's where you want to start.